going to be able to get a 2-0
Okay, RRQ on attack, Gen.G on defense. RRQ maybe best Ascent in Pacific.
Like you and I were just talking about, I wouldn't be surprised if they're just
Dude, rough
ready
pistol
for
record though.
when the Teo nurse might come through.
If Gen.G want to win this map, it's probably down to... Okay, it's probably down to texture, getting the up early and just dominating defense.
Out some shots here from Market. Tripwire getting ready to get set up. Amon yet on this top mid lurk finds Foxy9. And suddenly, Gen.G scratching their heads, wondering, well, how do we even try to get back into this pistol? The corner,
why are you adding Nilzinho and saying Paper X will own you, man?
Now it is all on Ash.
Relax, dude. He only just qualified, man. Relax.
He was looking across the stage at him.
He's out here celebrating. You're out here to be like, well,
here's some of it in
you're gonna lose, dude. He's still got to play the rest of his playoffs, man. He probably hasn't even looked at who's qualified yet.
Any kind of damage, any kind of charge. Get that ult online. Swing on the corner though. Eventually finds the chest shot to go ahead and finish him off. But Crazy Guy out wide at switch. We'll go ahead and strike him down, and that's going to be RRQ finding their second pistol win, taking the lead nice and early here on Ascent.
Yeah, and I mean, you almost feel like a broken record.
2-1 on the pistols, and
Jemkin gets 2 opening kills for you.
I mean, surely they don't get eco this time, though.
And the round just kind of snowballs in your favor. A few great shots from Monyet as well with the classic. Crazy guy there for the finish. And still some good spirits on RRQ. Another thing that they're going to have to keep up today. Already a map down, but...
Surely with VIP Nil for that slander. Mate, he has to win. Nil's role. Nil's got his own role compared to everyone else. Some people can get VIP for a good comment. Nil, he's got to win a Masters or a Champs. Nil's got it harder than everyone else.
Pushing B main very aggressively.
I'm not giving him a pity VIP. He's got to earn it.
He got Xferal.
He knows the rules.
Instead, it's a switch over towards mid. So it's just going to come down here for RRQ to just get through Munchkin cleanly.
It's just that extra motivation, Nil. That's it. That extra like 2 minutes you could put into anti-strat. That's all I'm trying to get out of you.
That's going to be quickly broken open, so no real chance of escape and no real chance to do too much damage. Jemkin just going to be tagged to 72 as after the plant comes out. Salvo's
why is Webb a VIP? Webb has different rules, man. The thing is, Webb is the brains of the operation, so you gotta respect that.
So, are they gonna try to commit that to go for some kills, or is this just gonna be a die to the spike for the side of Gen.G? Is the real
like
question.
In my head, Webb has already won Masters. That's the thing. Nil has to prove it though.
Might send texture, try to get a couple one taps here with the Sheriff.
Why not? I'm about it.
As well, should be noted there by Monyet. With the damage eaten, it seems like more likely they will stay back. RRQ looking like they're going to send a couple players forward. Granted, they do have 2 with just pistols, so may as well try to go for a bit of a fight here. But Karon, now over onto that flank angle, finds Jemkin, shuts him down. He's now going to be one away from having that ult online. As Cushy will get Karon here.
Cushy loves the Guardian. He really does. Okay, this is a very, very strong bonus round. Everyone gets a rifle.
It's just that one orb, and they'll have a dimensional drift to try to get a bonus conversion.
Yep, and they're going to have pretty fearsome weaponry coming into this round as well. Able to get all those Vandals and the Guardian over. And the real question is how much more do they want to invest behind that? Oh, a great reveal there for Cushy off of Xferal's utility. Cushy just having a grand old time. And
Was the map select Reason and Fnatic for winning yesterday? I mean, they both lost their map pick.
Gen.G,
mate, I'm looking at that last map. Going to an overtime. You're telling me it's down to the veto. I wouldn't worry too much about the veto. It's all hindsight stuff.
Do you not play Dungeons and Dragons?
No, I do not.
Yeah.
Okay. See.
It's a Dungeons and Dragons.
A little bit lost on me, but
a great shot.
Finding texture.
Dude, when the IGL's out here, dude.
Struck down, Spike gonna be spotted.
Oops.
Left on the floor here as Munchkin tries to hold things down over here at Cat. Fragment to try to buy a little bit of time. Actually,
he did so good on shot.
Onto the A site. Kills off the kill.
Whoa, that's fast.
On the readjust, comes out of the spot.
Monyet,
similar scenes. Takes down 2, and already, even if Monyet does not win this round, the damage is dealt. Just Ash surviving here for the moment. Spike still not picked
Doesn't
up.
pick up the
looking to do
spike.
something relatively unexpected.
It's gonna be weird when Ash turns the corner and sees it.
It's a nice 1v3 clutch from Monyet.
Does he peek down? He's going around the world here. But Ash still at risk, still stuck into the corner.
Damn, look at this.
Swinging out even wider, making it all the easier
Damn,
for him.
really nice.
Gets the Red Bull
1v3.
Of course he's on his feet.
1v3 in the bonus, forcing down to an eco.
Damage dealt. RRQ off to a roaring start.
Oh man, this is just insane. Great opener for Crazy Guy in mid. Outdueling Texture, that's huge. I mean, Munchkin knows they gotta start coming for that spike, and a lot of pressure being applied by Gen.G, throwing out the clone, throwing out the flashes, able to clear him. But man,
nice,
man, yet. That is filthy. Just some clean.
Dude, it must have been so annoying for Ash then, because he literally just turns the corner, spots the spike, and then he's probably going to start considering looking behind, but it's like just as he's checked it.
He's got players behind him as well. Still is going to be good for the kill, so Foxy9 dead. Stinger not going to be able to find too much. Is thrown. Well, they've already been noted, and Gen.G continues to just rip off heads. Texture now dead. Timing attempt to mash. It will be felled very swiftly as RRQ look to just go ahead and flawlessly brush aside this thrifty attempt from Gen.G.
Yeah, they are in cruise control right now. Every little trick that Gen.G tries to throw their way is just shut down.
Getting close to these ults as well. Gen.G might be able to hunt here a little bit.
Leading the charge. See if any damage can be done with these stingers, but
they look so good on this map. Yeah, they got really good. They've got everything's very nice on this strat, and sorry, on this map, and then they just got like really good ult strats as well.
Able to find one, so flawless.
They just look incredibly comfy here.
I was gonna say, well, Gen.G's only got 950. Monyet's got cash cap. That's 6,000 credits. Munchkin will just go down to the spike here. Breaks the door to make sure that he can, but Xfero lingers long enough to go ahead and find the execution. And that is going to be a 4-0 start for the side of RRQ. Question is, do we get a timeout call from Gen.G? Timer continues to tick.
Yeah, I think maybe. They look a little bit off. They've been kind of falling for a few RR tricks. That clone that time kind of gave it away for Texture. He fired onto that first. Monyet 6-0 to start Ascent. They keep just hammering away at this B site. Extra reinforcements now. Texture with the operator. Has to back off because of that drone. Gets cleared. Turret helping out a little bit, but now another dimensional drift.
Here we go.
Sprinting forward. Texture trying to go for the flick, but they are far too close. Gen.G's still here on his heels, trying to guide them forward as Texture just managed to go ahead.
This is my fault because I compliment there. Old strats.
The same thing happens to Munchkin here in mid as Xfero comes lurking forward. Just absolute chaos around this B site.
This is a great move from Karen.
Pushing all the way.
Push over towards top mid. They were kind of looking out for it. Yeah, they're at least going to consider these over towards A main, which is good.
Instead has to pivot back into main.
This is tough for RRQ. They have not much info. By not much, I mean 0.
Yeah, which means they're going to have to go for a safer plant.
So took a bit of a gamble, able to find their way through. But Karan has that extra angle created. Just needs to find the right time. Seemingly RRQ kind of suspecting with those salvos sent towards Wine. Something might be amiss in that part of the map.
Scanning ahead.
Uncleared.
Good flash.
Paranoia.
Great flash.
Catching on a Crazy Guy. Texture now though. Under pressure, dashing back and has the pincer maneuver from the side. Does Xfero. Toggle on the cam. Karan desperately trying to chip away to get that headshot. Cannot make it happen. Ooh. Swings out a little bit wider. Tucks back time. Starting to get away. Challenges for the fight.
It was a good attempt from Karen there.
Stands tall.
Dude, they're just so nice
RRQ
in these situations though.
Will not have any survivors, but they've got cash aplenty. And they have the exact same start that we saw from Gen.G on the previous map. 5-0 to kick things off.
Oh my gosh, again. The information utility so good for RRQ, getting the spots and making it easy for their players to shoot through walls. Karan, just not much he could do at that point. Just a great hold on the site. Gen.G here going to finally pull the trigger, and RRQ has just done to Gen.G. Gen.G into them
Stop
on
harassing coaches, man. Chill.
To force that timeout.
What's going on
figure
here?
out what exactly is going wrong. I mean, these entries
If
for
someone wants
RRQ
to
are
shout
so
at players,
explosive.
it's fine.
They're
Let them be, dude.
just doing a great job.
It happened like
clearing
2 years ago
util.
as well.
Obviously, you have a couple dimensional drifts pretty quickly because of Chemkin. That makes things very easy as well. So you got to find a way to stop this and stop it now. And you already lost your operator, which is one of your biggest win conditions oftentimes
to Toronto?
on this
I'm
map
not
for
sure.
Gen.G. Get
They asked
texture,
me, maybe.
at least on the defender side.
Yeah.
Get texture that operator and let him just shut players out. But that Yoru is making it very, very difficult to do. They need to find a new answer to this. I don't know. Good luck.
Favorite player to watch?
Well, here's the answer.
There's a lot of them, man.
Judge 2 Sheriffs.
I still think Envy's like one of
The
the...
judge actually-
Envy's one of the most underrated at the moment. I still like watching Envy, man. I think
Feel
Envy's
like
sick.
push towards that angle, which at the moment they are not.
Who's like an
RRQ
unhinged player that
continuing
likes to
to favor
W
this side
key
of
when
the
they
map.
shouldn't be. They're pretty fun.
Try to clear out some of
Like
that
all the Zoomers who do
early
stuff that
position util here.
you
Munchkin
wouldn't expect them to do.
forward,
They're
catches
normally
one.
the best to watch.
Chemkin quickly trades it back out.
Flash.
Ash with just that Sheriff. Forced back into alley as the drone goes up and over the top. Texture. Tailwind here at the ready. As Karan now repositions. TPs
Honestly,
into boats.
Karan
As
might
that
be my
judge
favorite
again
player
begins timing
because he
his
just
body
always
and
back the
comes
side
around
of the
from
judge.
behind. Texture.
Actually,
locked
might
off
be
there
my
and
favorite
Markin
player.
Dead. As the neural depth reveals all, Foxy 9 is dead to rights. Ash now trying to see
I
if he
love
can
the
do
attempt,
anything
though.
else. He cannot.
They got nothing but respect for
RRQ
that.
have done what Gen.G could not in that opening map, which is now move up 6-0. The dominance continues, but now we get into another bye round here for Gen.G.
Well, I think Gen.G is rotating away from this when Munchkin starts to get under pressure, but another kind of point of contention here for me with Gen.G right now is they're relying on contact duels, not on utility, whereas RRQ is able to either get info or, you know, if a player dies, it's an immediate follow-up with util of their own, kind of deal with their problems. So Salvo's out to make sure they've got this orb. Crazy
Yeah,
guy
we've
now
been
has the
speaking about
Armageddon.
this a
You
lot,
have
how
Hunter's Fury.
teams
Yeah, you
never
got the
used to do
operator,
this
you got the
before the
Bladestorm, you
Teo,
got
but now they want to do it all the
Munchkin,
time, right? To smoke, block over towards
I
it.
don't
Normally
know.
teams will do this
Avoid it
against
at every
it,
twist and
Teo,
turn.
to make sure that they can create pressure over towards Wine,
I say,
right? So then it's
as they
harder
start
to
rotating
retake
back.
over towards A. But I think on the comps when you have a Yoru, like having these corners
force
and
him
like
back.
defaulting in the mains just means you can do so much more with your TPs with a Yoru. So
Flash turned away from
I think it's worth RRQ doing all the time. They do it quite a lot. The texture's getting wrecked, man.
Lets them know, oh yeah, there's plenty of targets in here, but you're not getting the opportunity.
That's
for
like the
any
win
of them.
condition for Gen.G. I feel like him getting the op, but he's just getting
Again,
owned.
just great util usage. Causes Gen.G some big problems. On yet even TPing. Oh,
Karan waiting for the timing there.
Yeah, look
Because
at
of
this.
that,
Dude, they're so
play
good on this map.
patiently,
It's
and then
nuts.
they pull it in. Every single layer peeled back. Ash does manage to find one here on the flank. Sparrow maybe thinking that everyone had already corralled forward into that A site, but it seems like Munchkin was already calling to go for the save. They can rotate back into B main, grab this operator, but that is about it. Gen.G still going to be winless here in the half.
it's just so
Yeah, this is what I mean as well. Just like the Omen ult. Like their ults. The
They're
ults
just
they
beating
take
them
good
at every
value
twist
for.
and turn.
If you look at that Omen
Chemkin's
ult
about to have his,
yesterday when they
third
played
dimensional
Paper
drift.
X, they
third.
like drones over
correct.
towards
At
site
round
and they
7.
cleared it.
Could have
And then
four, no
obviously they just
problem.
get Omen ult over towards a clear site, and it's just like
I mean, and
strong
you didn't even have
value.
to use the
Here they're kind of using it
Armageddon or
as
the-
the drone to make sure that when they swing in, they can get
but
pure
pays the
info.
price.
They're also making sure that
Traded
the
out.
crosshair is like
Know
the
that Ash is gonna be
farthest
holding the
point away
operator.
that it
That's
can
one
be from the
down.
choke as
Looks
well,
for
so they
limited
can
form.
run
We
through.
cannot get the shot onto Cushy. Everything taken from Gen.G.
They just get even if you're just
7-0,
isolating
now with the
the
dimensional
Omen
drift
ult,
and
they
the
get the
Hunter's
most
Fury
value on this
behind
map
it.
out of most teams, Omen ult-wise.
RRQ might not be stopped anytime soon.
No, this is just crazy. And again, you have two huge ultimates still in the bank. not counting the dimensional drift that Jemkin just got, because he just deposited that. So this is extremely challenging. And I mean, RRQ would be fine just not using him here at this point, other than this one.
Okay, forcing down to an eco, and we just go for an A split. This is his third ult, by the way.
Into the A site. Clear on the turret, the spot on the one, Foxy 9, hit by the first, dead to the second. Cushy, able to claim it, the combo working out, the knives going wide, and the salvos right there.
Salvos at the top while they're trying to dodge the Sova ult as well. Dude, look at them go.
It is just
And then now they got a tail ult, and they've done some pretty good tail all rounds. The most common one, I think, is the tail over towards A with a TP under.
and a flawless first half.
On the
I'm not
attacker
trying to
side.
fix it. I'm gonna knock on wood, because god damn, what a reply that would be to the first map.
Yeah, this is something special right here. Jemkin gonna ping out for his Sova. The Hunter's Fury connects, clears it out. The salvos are perfectly placed. Not much.
Yeah, I think they're going for it. I think they're going tail or TP
Texture
back.
shut down. Jemkin frying. They have no ability to control
Let's
this
see.
orb
They're at
because
least
of the
A
salvos.
default.
They have no response.
Yeah, dude,
That just allows
they're gonna get
RRQ
4
to
ults and
keep
a half.
cycling ults. This is actually kind of starting to be a glaring weakness with this comp for Gen.G, is they can't control these orbs unless they throw bodies at the problem, and RRQ's happy with that because they can either just use the util to bully you away, or just they're winning the fight. And everything's starting to snowball out of control. Gen.G.
Yeah, this is also nice as well. So they A default, right? Pressure over towards A, including wine. Then over towards middle, they smoke it off. We have a recon, and they have a fake TP. So you think the Euro could be over towards mid now as well. So pressure here, pressure here. And then I think we add camera pressure over towards B at the same time as well.
No idea.
This is kind of nice of Karen. Takes a bit of a risk clearing that.
I think he tried to use it and then just died immediately. Munchkin, speaking of which, trying to hold things down at market, re-swings, double face. Foxy does manage to find a kill, and that does give him now the lockdown. Has that available.
They don't know when the draw from us as Toronto will happen. You would imagine it's after EMEA, but we have no idea. Dude, Severo just walks over towards A. What do they do now?
To flush this out so they can
20 seconds, they got to commit on A.
Forward onto the site, and he will be able to do so. Could she?
No way they don't get any
Now
here.
it's just texture in a 1v3.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, you gotta start wondering if Gen.G are gonna win a round, to be honest.
Spike planted.
Noise has been made. The drone reveals the drop down, the swing. 9-0. Ult not even necessary. Jemkin, 2 away.
We probably get
Oh,
the
he's getting
Pacific
it.
group
Having his
draw
fourth.
after this for stage 2. Yeah, that is true.
I think he's getting it this round.
That'll be fun.
I mean, again, though, Munchkin just trying to hold his ground. And sure, he might be able to get some damage, but
How many champ points for winner, runner-up?
really winning. He's
5
not
for
able to buy
winning,
extra time using
and
utility or
3
anything. He's
for
just
second.
taking these dry fights and losing. Or at best, getting one and done. And then the coordination on that A execute was so good from RRQ. Clearing the space at the front of A with the salvos, crunching together at the right time between short and A main. Extremely
He's in 5 like the whole of playoffs.
And you do have a little bit of weaponry to speak of for Gen.G. A couple Guardians, Texture as a Phantom.
So they still got that tail.
Oh,
Dude, look at that change up, man. That change up's so good. They fake the they fake the A main pressure.
This time Texture out in the mid, able to intercept the flanker, so Xfero
And then just walk up short contact.
Trying to see what he could possibly get.
Yeah, and Texture's just had enough, man. He's just disrespecting you till walks up through mid.
Suddenly, it seems like at least in this round, things have started to click for Gen.G.
I mean, it's a 2v4, surely. This guy's isolated on site, so it's a 2v3. Isolated over towards A main.
The drip online gets the
God,
headshot
that was
on the
close.
Texture, dinks through the corner. Spike not yet planted.
Hey, you guys can...
You're trying to fight for some space.
Ah, it's
but
unlucky.
Texture
Imagine.
does manage to find that
Imagine. Because then they would have had like 40 seconds, 35 seconds, the whole of the site. Oh my goodness. I mean, he knows he's over here because obviously this is the only place he can be because of the ult, but got a nice last kill.
Number 10. But it feels like it's far too late.
it almost feels over already. I'm not going to count the Gen.G players out just yet, but they pretty much have to win these next 2 for me to feel like there's any hope. I mean, just
even a 9-3.
I know it's not normally great. But I mean, that round just, frankly, just gets broken open by Texture. Able to find the timing into Courtyard. That's really what that boiled down to. Early knife. Just sees the Tejo. So it's still just going to be the B strong side hold.
I mean,
Texture
Texture
again.
won the round last time for doing it, so he might go for it again here.
Drone ready and waiting for him.
Cleared out.
Yep.
And we'll just go ahead and slide back here at Pizza. Munchkin trying to hold the cat again. Once again, falls to the wayside. Dimensional grip
Fourth.
now. Coming through from Jemkin.
4-4.
Window broken for him, just sprinting around. Here's the footsteps from Texture. Knows that he's going to be bounding up. And then the exit, the site, completely held. And wants to speak up.
Oh, that's pretty mad from Jemkin there. I'm not sure about that maneuver.
With that kill. Equalizes the player count now into a 4v4.
Gotta hit a god tier paranoia here from Karan. Just hits back
Connect
Gen.
on the 2.
Oh my god.
Gen's gonna be good
It's a
enough
good
to
omen
beat this
flash.
one, and now Karan swings out from main. And Gen.G looking great here on the retake. Xfero still late on that lurk, trying to fight his way in towards the site. Cannot make it
double him
happen.
up.
Texture. Another massive round from
This is
him.
a nice retake in the end.
Another round win for Gen.G.
Jemkin just kind of
Chance
messed
at
up though a
9-3.
little bit.
But still,
Last round in the half.
plenty of money here for the side of RRQ.
Well, they're starting to do it. Munchkin's getting destroyed.
Yes.
No other way to put it, but again, great paranoia from Karan, well timed. They're able to swing through, follow up off of that very nicely. Starting to get it together. Texture focused in.
And one more.
Yep, one more. Get the op. You got the blades. Anything's possible. Xfero does have his ult. Probably be the only one that really comes into play unless Cushy goes
See,
nuclear.
ever since they've stopped doing their like heavy AD
Always a
fault,
concern.
Very.
they started to lose, but
They're not
they're probably
playing for any
speaking about the
orb,
fact
so
that they're just so aggro over towards middle. I mean, they shouldn't have lost the last round, to
trying
be
to
fair.
keep Gen.G a bit guessing. They just want to keep.
You
going
get
after
champ
Munchkin
points
six.
for winning
Back,
Masters? Yeah, you
crazy
get
guy.
loads, I think.
Getting a sense of it. In the meantime, for RRQ,
Might be as high as
they're
like
wondering-
8 or something.
Wonder where Munchkin is.
Quite a lot.
Is he in the same spot he's been
I
in
wonder.
every round?
Where could he be? Here he is, and this time he's able to come away 2 kills once again.
Nice though.
That extra layer of Foxy9 there.
I respect that Munchkin went back to the spot where he
into
just
the
got
mix.
owned.
9-3, looking all
It's
but
7 for
certain
first.
the moment.
Yeah, it's still a lot though.
Spike now.
Like you go in champs
Stuck.
with it.
Nice little micro adjustment from Gen.G. Calling in Foxy9 to give Munchkin a little bit of help. He needed it. Even though in this round, much better results for Munchkin. 2 kills there, just holding the same spot. Sometimes that does work. You fool people.
Seems though Xfero, I mean, he's got the spike. He's
Chat,
gonna
is
be stuck
T1
the
in
mix. He
trouble
doesn't
champ
wanna give
points
this angle.
wise?
Oh, perfect.
I need to
Never
look at the
mind.
Pacific
Texture
like
will take
scoreboard.
it down.
Dude,
A little
Gen.G,
bit of
come on
damage
guys.
here. Xfero tagged
Not
at
like
42,
this.
But now we go into a 2v2.
That's a strong trip.
There's Karan and Foxy. Have to try to clutch, otherwise RQ looking to pull off this
They're
10-2.
fast.
What a recovery of this
Yeah, but
round
is
it
that
would
because the
be.
playoff ones haven't come in yet?
Paranoia still available. Split away from one another.
They got 10. So they're just
Double up.
praying for the downfall of every
blind.
Pacific team in Toronto,
Box.
basically.
Spam
Will
it.
they lend credence to this at all? Do they go for that kind of spam? Smoking the boats. Foxy trying to push forward. Xfero staying quiet, looking for it, cannot find it, but now a 1v1. 30 HP on Karan. A clutch god in the previous map, but this time not to
Damn, dude.
be.
They
Crazy guy with the
2v4 them at
3K.
the end as well.
It's
I feel like
RRQ
there's
at 10 and 2 half.
only one round that Gen.G actually should have won.
Tremendous
What
stuff
was going on?
from RRQ. I mean, the confidence.
Dude, they're just so
The
good at
way
this
that they
map.
have so
They're so
many of
good
these
at this
plays
map and they had a
dialed
very
up.
good
I
game
mean,
plan.
even
I mean,
little
4
things
ults in one half
breaking
on a
the
Euro
window
is
for
insane.
Jemkin, as he's going through in his dimensional drift, like the timing on that was flawless. Like it was right as he was getting there. Like everything in lockstep for them here on Ascent. And Gen.G looks like they haven't played this comp in a while, and well, they probably haven't.
Yeah,
Other than a few scrims, maybe.
certainly is not looking good for them, but for RRQ looking damn near immaculate. Who's the superior can line? I mean, right now, guess who's been having a real hard time? I think it'd be maybe you know, maybe he's got a ton of quotes.
We've just become your average social media user.
Pretty much.
Just making things up.
Just something and then a picture of somebody sitting on a beach in the, you know, watching the sunset.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's like, wow, really enjoying my vacation.
Yeah.
When you're actually just in your basement.
Well, Gen.G need to pull off a monstrous
I mean,
comeback
Gabby,
if they
there's
want
like
to get
2,
themselves
3
up to match
spots
point.
that you're
Otherwise,
safe.
looking like RRQ will very swiftly take us over to Lotus for map number 3 and give us that tied-up scoreline that we so badly would love to see.
Contact into
RRQ
and
really holding on to the
flash,
util early.
and we just send it as we think they're defaulting over towards middle.
Instantaneous!
Oh God, man,
With the first,
give him a
finds the
chance,
second
surely.
with Monyet sandwiched
Well,
in between.
double pistol on this one as well is looking like.
Needing to find
Dude, the
opening.
sheriffs at the moment, man.
Big Sparrow.
Duelists with sheriffs on pistols is just
Held
going
back.
insane. Gen.G started a
Gate
trend.
crash already being sent out as well for Jemkin to try to join in. Ash arriving, 22 health remaining here on the Sova. The lion's share of the weight being placed here on
He
this
just
Jet's
panicked,
back.
Gabby, it's it.
We've seen him do it before. Seen some crazy pistol stuff from Texture.
He's fighting up into heaven. Gets some damage on the Monyet. Does have that paranoia, but Texture out a little bit wider. Doesn't manage to find the kill, and now he has planted himself firmly in the dead center
Gonna give
of the
Jemkin that
site.
defuse as well. Might be able to get 5
Crazy guy
ults
takes
this
him
one
down.
maybe before it ends.
RRQ, 3-1 pistols, and now 11-2 on the map.
Well, the early
That
patience
Warbirds and
paying off here
RRQ,
for
yeah, they picked
RRQ.
up
Gen.G started this
in the
round
off-season they picked up
playing
Warbirds
way
and
back
Cushy.
towards their spawn, expecting some kind of aggression. I mean, they have to be super careful. But then this
Pistols 3-1 to RRQ.
they just they clear
know
the,
this
they
map.
clear the turret and they're like, okay, 3, 2, 1, we go. And Monyet and Jemkin are there to just shut him down.
But that play can't be a 3-2-1. It needs to be, okay, they're clearing the turret, now we go.
Yeah, no, I know.
Far too delayed.
You're right.
Things off kilter clearly here for Gen.G and RRQ continuing.
Okay,
to
the
just
full
be
spite
gorgeous on this
B
map.
hit. 1 kill
18-2
trip.
for Jemkin. Already over halfway towards another dimensional drift. See if he's going to be able to find a Texture going in for the entry, but Jemkin is right
Dude, they
here,
had the Yoru TP back
waiting
of
for him.
sight for if they were gonna fast B hit. Let's go.
Just every villain in a classic horror movie, no matter how many doors you run through, how many counties over you might drive through, the monster is right there, always at your heels.
It's like Freddy Krueger, man. Just in your dreams.
I think Jemkin will be in their nightmares tonight, regardless of the outcome of this series.
Oops.
Munchkin fighting back
Yeah,
for a headshot there
Monyet.
onto Monyet.
Probably wanted his teammate to come with him there.
Caron pushing forward, Jiggle peek out, swings, goes for the pre-fire, is able to find it. Cushy taken down. But it's only that Spectre
I mean,
upgrade.
They probably should win this, right? On site, Stingers.
See though, Gen.G worked some magic at the start of that second half on Haven. And right now,
Molly down,
they could
smoke
desperately
down.
use it.
Say he's got that drone. Oh, Karan at the door, though.
Finds another, drops down, however, the salvo's right there waiting for
Yeah,
him.
I can't wait for Teo to be done, man.
Numbers the
I'm
stealth
so
round cleared out.
I'm so bored of KO. Teo
Foxy
even.
Nash tucked here at the site. The head of one going to be spotted, but Ash plays off of that misinformation. But now Foxy would love to close the gap, but
Hey.
instead plants his
I mean, I
feet.
have no belief, but
Dodges
a
the
round's a round.
bullets, and does manage to make it happen once again here for the side of Gen.G. It's another forced attempt this time rather than a thrifty, as they deny away that momentum off the back of the pistol.
Hey, just felt like it might be kind of done. Texture can't get in there. RRQ fully anticipating it, having 3 players on
Jemkin
the
always
B
is
site.
insane. Jemkin was always a
Not much
beast,
you can
man.
do, but Karan, little run and
Jemkin
gun,
was like
couple
on the
different
radar
kills that
when
way.
something
One
got
with the
picked up from
Spectre, one with
Paper
the
X.
excuse me, one with
And
the
then
picked
I
up
feel like
Spectre,
this is the
one with
first time he's
Stinger.
got a lot of full
And-
process, and
All right,
it's a
well,
heavy
you're gonna have
Yoru
weapon
meta.
advantage
He's
for
really
sure
good with
this round.
Yoru.
Full save.
He's really good with
for
Yoru, and a
RRQ.
lot of the he gets a
Go
lot
for
of
an
setup.
aggressive push out. Turret's there, but okay.
So is Foxy.
Yeah.
Like they really set him up for success as well.
This time able to find
But
the catch.
he's definitely a beast, man.
Boogeyman has been taken down.
And he'll only have his ult for next round. What could go wrong?
Being wary about some pressure.
Fifth, yeah, Fifth's coming in next round.
Maybe with an opportunity to get the backstab maneuver going, but for now, entry over here on the A site, switch will get hit. Monyet, Xfero on the opposite side, and they say, okay, well, we think that we have this Killjoy locked in position. Riley, we're correct.
How?
In the hell just happened, Foxy?
That was one of those bullets hitting him. Poor Monyet, man. That bullet was not meant for him.
Go ahead and quote Sideshow about Victor in a certain horseshoe in a certain place, but 4K Cushy with a Bulldog gonna look to try to do some additional damage here, but will not be able to turn this around.
Sideshow hates Foxy 9, right? Dude, Sideshow is just actually stacking L's this year. It's crazy. More than normal.
Now up to 4-round wins, but RRQ still so far out in front.
Yeah, I mean, just some nice play here from Foxy 9.
Don't know what happened.
You know, RRQ might have thought they had Foxy 9 locked in, but little did they know, they're the ones who are actually locked in with him. He just mows them down. But again, huge weapon advantage, so it do be like that sometimes. And you do have a Hunter's Fury for
Sideshow's stock opinions. Dude, they're going down heavy.
It's gonna be getting a little bit of info. Tejo, that Omen.
He got XOG, right? He did get XOG, right? That's true.
That might lead you to believe this is the weak side for RRQ. Gen.G being really cautious with revealing his presence until he has to.
Okay, so RRQ can, if they want to, heavy retake over towards the site, but they might just use the Euro ult for like mid-round information. Platchat? I don't know if Platchat's tomorrow or Tuesday. I've gotta do some stuff for Riot though, so I'm not on it.
Cam, however, now cleared out.
But I'll be there for the like prediction stuff for Toronto's, I think.
At the ready, sending them
That's the main one.
Even further. Xfero and Cushy both tucked here at boats. 0 point, scouting them out, telling the story. Now they need to try to win the fight. Fragment is able to find one. Shots across through the wall, coming up huge, and Charon still going to be good for one. Gem can take it down, but that now leaves Monyet all alone versus 4. He'll be forced
I would have liked a better setup, to be honest.
Okay.
I praise them for their ult setups. I would like them to have stacked this side heavy, kill trips on one, just play retake. But
so good. You know, you only have a couple rounds for air. And this time they're able to really figure this out pretty nicely.
you can see sticking to side shove. The thing is, the trains there, dude. They've all just gotta sit there and accept it as non-believers.
Slide towards mid.
I know what they're gonna say.
They're
gonna say DRX played badly. I get it.
He does Monyel from time to time.
He does Monyel. Yeah, a little bit.
It'll be the same thing
Last couple rounds,
as it normally
a little
is.
bit less of that. As Fragment there, just final hit.
We're starting to see some good util from Munchkin. Something that was not available for Gen.G on the defender's side. But who knows? Who knows? I mean, they're still in good spirits. They're still having fun down there.
They're starting to believe.
They're beginning to believe. I just watched that movie the other night.
Well, they might. I'm not necessarily sold on it quite just yet. I think it's going
On
to
this,
take a bit
I'm
more.
not in until they get 11-11 really.
Onto a thrifty here. Thrifty attempt, one should say. Is RRQ. Bucky in the hand of Monyet, looking to do some damage.
Karan, way up there.
Not a position that everybody plays.
Oh, very rarely.
Trying to catch someone off guard here, perhaps.
For sure.
Fragment to check over towards Wine. No one flushed out into the open.
I mean, they're being pretty smart about some of their early clears. But this time, RRQ has once again kind of said, well, the tendency has been B for Gen.G. Let's double down on that. But no resistance at all on the A side has made Gen.G feel like they can start pushing through. Literally no contact at A main. A little bit here at short.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
this
gonna
is
try to march on forward. Here comes that
free
Bucky.
side. The Bucky becomes a little bit scary.
Gonna hound him down, finds one,
Oh
finds two,
my
let's get
god,
on
the
floor.
movement's sick. He's got the
The door
spike.
is shut, the spike
Smoked
behind
himself
it,
up.
now a
Not even
weapon
sure if he
stripped up
needed
from
to
Onion.
upgrade. He had the best gun for the situation, I feel like.
Quick
Yeah, the
TP,
ult to get
cannot
that.
deny.
Dude's
The crowd
little
want that
TP
spike.
over towards mid. Jump peek
Onion.
info as well.
He is looking to secure them this
Yeah, give him the
thrifty
Bucky
win.
back.
Good Lord.
Honestly, they could throw the Bucky
heroics from him.
over towards Jemkin here. They could really go for
Bounce
this.
out
Bucky to
from the
Jemkin, use your ult.
shadows.
Okay, they give Jemkin the rifle.
Thrown over the
Probably
top.
better than my
Need to be
idea.
cleared. Karen has to tuck back away.
I mean, is it?
As Foxy finds another collab with the Outlaw. This time, Crazy Guy, Monyet, both going to be taken down. Vandal, however, here in the hands of Jemkin. Because she will fall. Xpero finding one. The TP in. Jemkin steadies the aim. Finds the hit. And now it is all on texture. Doesn't believe in the fake. Spots the real thing.
Whoa.
And gets the fadeaway shot
What is
for the
that
Red Bull
last
clutch.
kill, bro? That's fast.
Some of these
Yeah,
rounds
fast kill.
are
I mean, this was just an eco, though.
absolutely
They just put a Bucky into it, and it was
unbelievable.
insanely close. Man, that was sick from
Deus Ex
Monyet.
Machina for Gen.G.
His movement here was lovely, though. That little, the
I
little
just
double
love this
jump.
from Monyet. Just finds the perfect timing, and Foxy.
If
feeling
they were a
something special with those
little
Outlaws. Texture, though,
smarter with their
knew there was
Euro
Xpero
ult, they win
coming
that.
out a window. See, Gen.G had just lost a player there. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, and I
about
think
ready for an
using an
RRQ
ult
timeout
into
now.
a round
Stop
as
the
well and
bleeding.
losing
Just end this.
is like,
Try to send this
it's
over
warning
towards
warning
Lotus a
signs for
little bit quicker.
RRQ. And they're just going
that
to try and
bit.
make sure that they're, if they are
Gen.G
going to use them, they're a
absolutely
little bit
dismantled
smarter
them
than
on
this.
last time, but
They're
right
a
now,
little panicked.
RRQ's, you know, this defender side starting
then
to
just make sure
show
that if-
some weaknesses, and it's
Just don't
it's
use them
the
in the
early
rounds that
map
aren't for
exploration
sure
that
won.
Gen.G's doing
Again,
in
I think they should have won
particular.
this.
Like, they're being really diligent about, okay, are they A main? No, let's check short. Okay, nobody's been at either of those. Let's try A. And even though there's a Bucky waiting for them and causes them problems, it's still at the macro level the right read. It's just you done got Buckied. That happens.
Similar scoreline to the final timeout used in the series yesterday from RRQ, but a very different context. 12-6 is when they opted to go for that one versus Paper Rex. This time, certainly because they are feeling a lot more pressure. Still have a very healthy lead, though. 5 rounds ahead. They just want to get this map over with so they can focus on Lotus.
Yeah, I was just about to say, using that 0 point to clear space for the lockdown.
Yeah, they keep this one nice and simple. Be main take, Killjoy ult.
RRQ
RRQ left the site, so they were happy to do this.
Pushing forward, looking for a bit of a timing. Gate crashes back across over towards A. No one detained.
Which would make you think that their retake here should be very strong, but they got no ults really to help them other than Omen ult.
Holding towards backstairs. As ping reveal comes through. Hunter's Fury from Ash here out from Bodes. Seeking target, null command popped. Texture trying to scale forward, but Xpero just a bit snappier. Finds a headshot to shut him down.
And they know there's
Foxy
two
back
main
around the
now,
corner.
right?
As neural theft gets revealed.
Yeah, they definitely do
finds
with
the
this.
timing, picks off the enemy side with the flood, gets ready to come in. Foxy, dead is Cushy, finds that kill. Off from Monyet, goes a little bit wide. Ash able to find Cushy. Karan gonna be taken out, but Munchkin now finds Monyet. Diffuse starting.
Player standing.
As they're just looking to hold this one down, trying desperately.
I just got him.
But the swoop forward from Munchkin.
He just got
It's
him.
another
This is
Red
a
Bull
chaos
clutch,
round,
another
man.
narrow round win.
Okay, this was rap godding at one point.
Somehow Gen.G continues to keep the ball rolling. They carry nothing forward,
They got an eco now.
but they don't let RRQ get this up
What was
the
this,
map
2
point
ults
off the
used?
back of the
Sova ult?
timeout.
I mean, it's a
So
great
ult,
round
K
for both
ult,
sides. They
Cypher
read the
ult.
situations really well. Gen.G finds their opening for the lockdown. RRQ aware of it ahead of time, playing retake the whole way. And
Oh
they're
yeah,
both
Killjoy ult, obviously to
kind
get
of
him on
fighting
site,
tooth
you're
and
right.
nail for these
But I mean,
different
it's
spots.
just a
Like
good
the way
understanding of
Foxy
how
is
important the
delayed,
round is,
you know,
right?
shorty in
Force them
hand,
down
waiting
to
for
an
that smoke to
eco.
go down.
Can try get
Nano.
one of these a little bit closer.
Hold the angles, texture. Okay.
They're not going to swing in. Now that they, the gate crash. Start
This
sliding
plant,
forward.
yeah, that's why people plant there.
Displace that hero
It's so
rifle,
good
the gate
for.
crash, sent right back
It's
over
so good
towards
for if you
Alley.
have someone late over towards B main for being able to actually like.
Looks to rejoin, but this could just end up
See the
into
spike
being
alley.
a little bit of a pacier hit as Texture quick check on that hard left angle. Dashes back in, so Tailwind now burn.
Man, if I'm Gen.G, I am so nervous about like a Hunter's Fury Armageddon combo into B main.
Oh, sure.
That is so frightening.
Zone is down.
I think they only saw the one.
Yeah, don't believe Texture was noted, but he'd already made noise, so they know that
There's two there.
still gonna
Camera
be, yeah,
contact,
within the
Omen
vicinity.
flash, and then the
I
Omen
think
just
they got the
swings.
spot on the car, and I just saw some pings, or at least they know, or it's highly suspect.
Gem can hear a gun
This,
bottom
though,
middle is
starting
getting action.
to move forward into his line of sight. Jemkin
No trade on
is able
this.
to find the readjust. Munchkin taken down. Clone set. Tries to snap there onto Foxy. Cannot make it happen. Drone cleared. That Vandal on the floor, but potentially
30 seconds left.
recoverable for one of these RRQ players.
Look at this. The
See if
Texture
they try to route into that, but yeah,
might have
Texture's-
heard this.
Yeah, he's just calling for the pivot, but now the tripwire is going to be telling them everything they need to know.
Wait.
As there's the Hunter's Fury. There's
Why?
the reveal. Second shot going to be going
Oh,
wide.
on
Third
Anika.
one splits the difference in between several players. The spike now being brought forward.
10 seconds
You can
left.
see there the
Wait,
Armageddon
they might be
at the
messing up,
ready. 8
chat. They
seconds.
might be messing up.
Oh, they dodged it, I think.
Ash is not in it.
We gotta start
It's
paying
been a whip,
attention.
it's a
Dude, they put a
shallow
tail. Guys. You put every single ult into an eco. Oh, it's 11-7. You don't need to be doing that.
Expero 10.
Dude,
Foxy holds down
Give me the
flank.
coach POV,
One
man.
more player
I'll be smashing that
on the
monitor
angle.
up. What have they just done?
Moniette does manage to take him down, to make it hurt a little bit more, make it a little bit more costly. But 3 players from Gen.G will survive. And it's going to be 3 rounds.
Dude, what did they just do?
Separating these 2 teams.
This is madness. This is absolute madness. Texture?
They have the pinch.
Oh!
Moniette, however, has the shots. TP's back over to Gelato. How badly do you want to try to go for it? Seems like maybe a mischaracterization of his placement. And Moniette does narrowly survive.
Holy, that's a rough
Judge one
one.
would say, should say.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to enjoy this. What, just the narrowest of margins here for Gen.G. Able to plant it in a spot. I mean, I think understanding well ahead of time.
God, it's a
Sure,
horrible
Munchkin screaming,
timeout.
Hey, they've got the
It's a
Armageddon. Don't
horrible
plant it
timeout
backside.
because
Plant it in the middle.
you've got to address the round before, but you
That was
also
a
need to,
very
like, you
different
got to spend maybe 5
score
seconds
line.
to address the round and just be
That
like,
final timeout.
you have to
think
do it in the
back
in the
to round
nicest way
14.
possible, though.
Think back.
You'd be like,
to an
guys,
obvious buy up.
yes.
An
I
obvious
agree.
buy-up
I know
for
you're all
Gen.G.
thinking it. You messed up.
That's where this all
But
started.
it's 11-8.
You know
It's
gonna come
okay.
through as RRQ. You know that
Let's
they're
make
gonna
sure we're
force
smart
buy
with our ults
You're not
and then
able to
just
get
start
the
talking
round.
about the rest of it.
And
because
since
that
then, it's
is
been all Gen.G.
a horrendous round.
And, you know, a bunch of crazy clutches. Oh, a Heretics fan. Let's go. Congrats to
A
Heretics.
little drawing of Texture and Woot there, saying hey, they're going to be reunited.
Looking forward to seeing those boys back in Toronto.
Boo's just here
Back
with
in
the
the Masters, I
base.
should say.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. It all points back to that one critical moment, but now a full buy.
Oh man, I can't believe that
Forward here
round.
for RRQ, an operator in hand for Jemkin.
This is it though, right?
Textures at
Low
pretty much every
money.
twist and turn.
They have no ults.
Gen.G, will they be able to do the same thing?
Like
Will
the
this be
timeout,
enough to
the
finally
situation
get
is not
RRQ up
that
to
bad.
map
It's
point?
just bad when you look at that round.
Scary part is not only, you know,
Like if you just
good to have an
tuned in
operator,
now and you
if he
didn't see the
gets
round
that kill,
before,
he
you'd be
gets
like,
his
oh,
ult.
RRQ got this easy.
Then they
You
can
watch that
play a
round
little
before,
bit
you're
more
thinking,
of a
damn,
retake
Gen.G are probably
potentially.
on this.
Find
Wow.
shots through though. Munchkin eats some damage, yes, but still finds the kill. Moniette here at the site. Paranoia for Paranoia going to be exchanged across the 2
Solo
moments.
hold of the site. Okay, TP's out of there. Can
TP's in,
higher, lower.
over towards Hell. Shots ringing out the shorty to try to hound him down. Texture comes away with that elimination. Now the Nano Swarm, just a shallow little lob up. Buy some space and time. Texture eats
gotta save
4 more
this.
damage from his
I
teammate.
was going to say.
You
did
gotta
jump
save
into
this.
that?
And he did, but already look at this. The call to save has been sounded. Jemkin is not going to get that dimensional drift online in this round.
Ah, it's such
They
a melt,
opt to
man.
back
It's such a
away.
melt. They're
They
melting
don't
in
wanna
front of
wreck
us.
the economy any further and try to play this out versus 5
We gotta
members
stop
from
the
Gen.G.
melting.
Ash is gonna go on
Isabella,
the
thank
hunt,
you so much for
however.
the 7 months. Appreciate the tier
He
1.
knows that every single kill that he can find here is worth its weight in gold.
You know, sometimes I love Pacific because not only do we get crazy great matches, but Ascent is attacker-sided sometimes, and it's just
Yep.
absolute madness, and I love it. And you can
Camera spotted.
go for the hunt. Go.
Recon destroyed. Clears the trip. Do you suspect this? Okay, well, Xfero. Well-defined one. push out. Does even better to find
It
two.
is important.
So weapon
It's important
will
to
be
keep the
retained.
guns here.
Gets himself a couple more charges towards another Neuro theft. That does not change the state of affairs here. Both timeouts have been used here from the side of RRQ, neither resulting in round victories. Gen.G now within touching distance.
And I mean, you know, even when they were down 10-2, the comms for Gen.G still sounded pretty positive. It sounded like they were just
It was
here to play and have
Jemkin.
fun.
Jemkin's over towards middle.
And that's certainly
Recon
gotta
gets
be part of the
dodged, so
equation
he
here.
can
The mental
definitely
game for them has been really
take
strong.
a
That's
bit.
couple
Oh,
huge
okay.
spots in middle. You
Life
know
kind
where
of
that
secures that he
operator is
doesn't
now.
want to be going for this.
Johnny on the spot there is Munchkin.
Smoke over towards short. But then the knife did hit
Up
two on
field.
middle.
Set up though on these trips to try to intercept the jet, but the jet's not on this side of the map. Texture slow walking.
Going over towards
Shooting out
mid. Cleared a
around
little
A
bit,
main.
not too much.
Scorp gets grabbed up. Munchkin one away
B
from
main
having
control,
null command
A main
online.
control.
Is the other orb available by texture?
Yeah, I guess they're going for double
I think
orb.
it is.
This becomes a little
Taking
obvious
it
though.
just to try to
But
get
when
the knives.
you're like 6 out of everyone checks at the beginning. 6 out of 8 for KO.
Must be the null
You look
command
over
hit coming
towards
through.
B main. This turns into a 7 once you hear the orb
Two
getting taken
players.
and you press tab.
Try to stave this off.
Then
Just now
at one
noticing
point
as
you
well,
gotta
the crazy
start
guy
heavier
leaves the
leaning
stinger.
over towards here, especially they just re-cleared over
There's a
towards.
follow-up 0
B.
point.
Okay, didn't pick up the orb they just hit before. I don't know if it was there the whole time or
Doesn't
not.
actually go for the orb, but it doesn't matter because Texture's
Yeah,
just
dude,
going
they
forward
just-
into heaven. I
they
think
just
he's just gonna look
insta-pop.
to take it for the plant here.
30 seconds left.
Use the null command in a follow-up to try to dissuade.
I mean,
Has a
this
pop to
KO
get
is
though.
getting
Oh,
popped
look
in
at
the next
Foxy.
3 seconds.
In around the back, getting ready to come through the spawn. Null command comes out in response
Dude,
to the drone.
look
Karen
at Foxy
forced away
9's luck.
from the doorway. It's Foxy getting closer and closer.
Yeah,
closer,
silent
and
humps.
Cushy is dead. Swing out of the smoke, one by one, they shall fall.
They force
Sparrow
through the smoke.
Just with
They
the
got no
operator,
utility to
forced
force
quietly
through the
sneak
smoke.
out to try to escape and hold on to this weapon, but Ash is swooping around the side. He needs to hit this shot. Woo! Whips it.
God, it's
jump
all
up over
going
the
well.
top. The
It's all
classic
going right.
claims it.
Believing it, I was believing with that
In my
eco
God.
round. As soon as they started putting orbs
How
into
are
that
we
eco round,
here?
started believing.
I am just
I
completely
said I believe at
befuddled.
11-11, but that eco
RRQ
round
looks
was
so
so
in
bad
control,
that
but
I'm like, yeah, they're
Neither
melting.
side knows how to play defense. I mean, to be fair, Gen.G is reading the map extremely well right now. And they are maximizing their advantages where they can. The way that they use that info that Texture's been gathering, that's something they've been doing in a couple rounds here that I've been noticing, is they'll leave Texture on his own to see what's going on and then
Look
make
at
rotates
this.
off the back of that.
No operator to be concerned about
Oh
here,
no,
but
he got
Jenkins still
spotted. Okay.
present still going to be
Well,
a concern, going
He
to
got
be
at
a
least
threat.
TP out of there. He does have his ult for
Neutralized for the most
retake,
part.
but again, I'm kind of looking at
during
the
his run
setups
back,
and they're committed
That
again.
activation can come through at any critical moment. And he's got the dimensional drift to assist the rest of the team. What is the play call here from Gen.G?
Well, usually they've been flashing over this wall to make the entry. There you go. Oh,
Drop down,
man.
nearly finding the timing. To get the stun out from Crazy Guy. Still has
Okay,
the stealth
for
drone
Gen.G,
waiting on the
question
timer
mark credit over
for those
towards A.
salvos.
but this has gotten Jemkin to slide over here. And I don't see a TP on the map. Doesn't have one in hand, so he's committed to that site. It's just his Gen.G.
Yeah, with that as well, they drone out. They
read
feel
this
like they
right.
cleared A. Karen
all
can
they've
go
seen
to the
really
rest
is
of
the
the team.
tail.
They might
Yeah,
think
it needs to be
that it's a 2-1-2
so
setup at the moment
impactful
and
here
that
for
A
them.
is
The
weak.
paranoia will try to
We
buy
can see
some
there's
time to
3
try
here
to
with a
buy
kill
some
trip.
space, forces him back, but G still delayed here as they try to scale forward the tripwire.
The trip might be good for one.
Now going to be noted as they work their way forward. Foxy 9 trying to hit this flank here in mid, but Jemkin activating, finds a headshot, mows down
Damn,
3,
three?
and RQ.
Broke off
They
3 from
finally
heaven.
have
Dude,
it.
I'm allergic to his kills, man.
A
Puzzle
4K
sneezing
into
as well.
a flawless RRQ.
That was a beast
will
round,
at
though.
long last get themselves up to match
Dude, he
point.
saves them so
Gen.G
much.
Now need 2 more to take this into overtime.
And this is just one of the few rounds we've seen us on this attacker side where Gen.G doesn't quite read the map right. They just don't have a lot of info, and they just try to make an execute scaling play off the back
Really
of it
nice round
through
from him.
short. But Jemkin
The actual
is
turret in
holding the
heaven.
line. Easy money for him. Has a dimensional drift.
The ult was not needed.
One away from a lockdown, though.
Like like they want to try to go for a pacey hit, but Jemkin is here. Flash connected, now going to be ping revealed, and Texture takes
That's
it down,
fast.
spamming through.
Good recon as well.
Trying to hold the line, falls to the wayside, as does Xfero.
Ah, chat, it's gonna get close, man.
The trade up is
It's
there.
gonna get close. RRQ
Cushy,
do have enough
crazy
money
guy,
for the
quick to
next round,
arrive.
but it's not great. There might be a lot of light
Trying to
armors.
play it out versus
Everyone's gonna be
three.
sitting about 3-4, 3-5.
Foxy still working his way
I
forward.
say everyone,
Through
3
main.
of them.
Munchkin tucked. Going to be spotted there by the drone. Looks to try to delay. Even
These
some
two can
minor
go for this.
spray through the floor might just be enough to take him down in health. Only 22 health remaining. They're looking for it. The split on the drop. Karon dealing with the player here at Gen. Cushy now asked to do it all.
Turret.
Turret just a
Turret's
hair
trolling
off.
him.
Swoops around the back. Finds one.
Bomb grenade out.
Ah, he
Recon
got the
cleared
molly
top.
off.
Foxy
He went for the
waiting,
recon.
knowing
It's unlucky.
that the time is just not going to be
Good
there.
timing of the molly.
And now we'll swing forward.
Had him
Gets
trapped in
himself
as well.
the ult for the follow-up round. I'm losing my mind and my words.
So yeah, there's
Gen.G
3
are
light
one
armors
round
here.
away
If they
from
wanna,
taking this
if they wanna
map
get an
to
outlaw or
overtime.
something,
Not in a
he
million
gets
years.
2.
That I think that was going to happen. What a timing play there for Texture and company. They've got Jemkin dead to rights right before the TP.
Turret. I mean, it was
Foxy Knight,
just
okay,
off with the turret nerf coming in.
Spot, but that's okay. The nano was. So small mistake, able to be covered. And one more round, and we might have an overtime. And you have a lockdown here for Foxy 9. Last time it was B.
Dude, A hit again.
Gen.G. Quick scaling. Look like they just want to go right for
Okay,
it.
recon goes over towards B as well, so that doesn't
Nothing
hit
that can be
anyone.
done.
So they know for sure this is probably an A hit,
Have
especially
to
with the
back
drone
away.
to for sure 100% confirm it.
There's now
They have Yoru ult for
Karon in
retake, but
towards
they got
tree.
4 people here, so they
Paranoia
might be
gonna
tempted
be
to
set.
flood.
Not sure if that gets a catch on Xfero. Seems like it does, but so spray. Is
Whoa,
able to
whoa,
find
whoa,
one.
whoa.
Karon here over onto the flank, however, coming up with one, but then gets distracted by the tripwire, and Jemkin's able to collect. Xfero going to be taken down here on the site. Cushy finding Foxy 9. Ping reveal off the neural depth.
Whoa, what a
And
kill that
Munchkin
is.
dead. It's all on Ash.
What a
and he
kill that was
cannot
from
make it
Cushy. The
happen.
big kill over towards A
Damn
main.
close.
Dude, it turned into a
But
banger
no,
map.
damn cigar.
What's
13
this?
to 11, and
God, they
unthinkable scoreline
nearly
on
messed
this
it up
map.
though. That eco round
But there
would
is
have
no
haunted them.
OT, and there is no match point for Gen.G.